Welcome to the Chimney and Fireplace Success Network, a weekly broadcast sponsored by CVC Coaching, hosted each week by industry speaker, coach, author, and educator Jerry Isenhour. Our presentations are produced to assist business owners and managers in turning their business dreams into their business realities. And now, here's your host, Jerry Isenhour.
I want to welcome you to another edition of the Chimney and Fireplace Success Network. This is episode number 57, and the title of this is, Are We Setting Them Up for Failure? Are we setting them up for failure? And I'm going to be sharing some ideas that I'm seeing from talking to employers, working with clients, traveling around the United States, and seeing the challenges that many people are having in the area of hiring for their companies. And it's come to me that we're actually often setting our prospects up for failure. That's right. We're actually setting them up for failure. You see, this is what I often see. I see people that are hiring in the same manner that we did 20 and 30 years ago. So I'm going to ask you a question. How's that working out for you today? You know, in today's world now, you've got all kinds of new tools that can make hiring a more successful endeavor. But what you've got to do, you've got to use these tools. The manner of making an interview, bringing the guy on, throwing it onto a truck with someone else, quite simply, doesn't work like it did at one time. Now, it could be any number of reasons for doing this, but some of them are the skills that the new hire possesses coming to you, and perhaps it's even the people that you put them with for this training. They're not able to effectively communicate and train this new breed of worker. This new worker you're getting, they might not know what drills and basic hand tools are. So what you're going to have to do is understand this and develop your curriculum for success on how you're going to take them to the level that you are looking for to add to your team. So again, let's start. Let's look at the potential candidates today. How many do you interview that have the basic mechanical and math skills that you need for your company? Because these are skills that are vastly important. Can they read a tape measure? Do they possess the needed communication skills? If you look at all this, most likely your answer is going to be a very big, resounding no. And it's not their fault. It all goes down to the schooling that they have. Shop class disappeared. And today, many children don't learn basic skills from their fathers. A lot of this is because many come out of homes that have no father influence. Kids today don't build tree houses in the woods. They don't build forts. They don't go out. They're going to be more dealing with electronic games. They're going to be dealing with virtual items. And you've got to understand this and put this to work in your company and how you can train them. And more importantly, how do you measure their actual culture? You know, are the people that you're hiring, are they the people with the basic skill set that they're going to do what they say they will do? And they're going to comply with your rules, your regulations, and your processes. If we look at this again, most likely the answer is a great big resounding no. So what I often see is employers around the country that have thrown their hands up in the air and often hire in a way that, in my opinion, is setting the new hire up for failure. And this is traced to a multitude of reasons. You know, one of them is the effective communication to them of your needs. You've got to have an assessment of their skill level so you know what you're doing and what you've got to do in the training. It involves proper onboarding. It involves training that is geared to them and presented in a way that they can understand the training. This is vastly important if you're going to move to that level you envision. I want you to think for a minute right now. How much information is stored in your head between your ears that you've got to get across to this new hire? You've got the processes and the procedure for success right there. But you have probably taken years to learn all these processes and procedures. And you've probably gone through trial and failure. And you've also learned from your failure. So what you've got to do is devise a system that communicates the things that in your head over to them. In other words, they got to have a way to know what would you do in the situation that they encounter in their job roles. And are you giving them the tools to do this? Have the systems in your business been properly documented? Are they written down? And are they accessible? And are they detailed in an understandable manner? Again, it's all part of the recipe for a successful person coming to work for you. So the next question is, how do you assess their qualities? Are you using a behavior pattern assessment, such as a DISC assessment, to assess what their skills are, what their communication means is, how you communicate effectively with this person, excuse me, and how do you get through this person? And have you assembled and put into place an effective training curriculum for the new hire to follow? And have you developed ongoing testing and debriefing of the new hire to make them better? Or do you just let them flounder out there? Have you trained someone in your company to train these new hires? Because if you've got a trainer that can effectively touch them, how are they going to make the process work? Often we find that many new hires are actually ruined because they assume the personality that we assign them with. In other words, they absorb and learn and duplicate the traits that they see in their everyday work. Have you established reward systems and the ways for the new hire to move to a higher level in your company? Do you have a stated path of advancement? In other words, what do they have to do to move to a higher level? You see, these are the problems of hiring in the year 2019, and most likely it's going to continue into the future as the culture of our workforces has changed tremendously over the last 10, 20, and 30 years. And as management and trainers, we cannot afford to bury our heads in the sand and ignore these issues. I operate as a coach and an analyst of blue collar service companies, and I train many workers around the country. What I see is those that can understand and correct the course are seeing success in hiring. Many of them have to reach out and get help to assist them in the hiring, the onboarding, and the training processes. But in today's world, now these sources are available to you. Here at CBC Success Group, we have people that can assist you in the hiring, the onboarding, and our training platform is second to none in the way it can give your new hires the training they need to move to a higher level. See, one of the things you need to understand, virtual training may not work for you, but today's new hire likely was trained in a virtual manner in their schooling. It's part of their ongoing educational process. And many of these adapt very well to the virtual world. But what you've got to do is establish what is that curriculum. You've got to guide them. You've got to track them. You've got to measure them. You've got to test them. You've got to debrief, and you've got to have your meetings. This is something everyone has to understand. Change can be painful, but it's also a part of the reinvention process every business goes through each and every day. The world around you is changing. The people that you're hiring are of a different breed and a different mindset than you probably ever encountered in your life. And you have to understand, they're not you. So what you've got to do to be successful in today's world is put together a system of success, a system that will work for you. It's got to be a system designed to reach to this new breed of worker that you're going to be bringing on board, and stop setting them up for failure and instead start implementing a process of success. Is it going to be difficult? Yes. Is it new ways? Yes. It's a different world than what we've seen in the past. So what you want to do is ensure that you are doing the research you need to do, and you're reaching out to the people that can help you in moving to this higher level. I honestly, truly believe there's a multitude of good workers out there. If you're prepared to make the steps and move forward with the ways to assess their behavior, their mechanical, their math skills, to test their culture, to understand how to communicate with them, and teach them the communication skills that are required to operate in your business. So maybe today it's time for you to just stop for a minute. Stop with the frustrations. Stop and do some deep thinking. If you're planning on continuing in business and you're going to have a team working for you, because to reach your dream, it's going to likely take a team, you've got to decide what are the processes that you want to employ in your business, because I can assure you this, the world is not going to change and move to your way of thinking. It's not going to happen. So that's my message for today from Jerry at the Chimney and Fireplace Success Network. I want you to do some heavy thinking about this. Decide how you can put these processes into motion in your company, and how you can put together processes and procedures for the hiring, the training, the onboarding, and all the required steps that are required for this. Feel free to reach out to us at the CVC Success Group. Our team of experts and coaches and trainers is prepared to help you reach that elusive next level. Our motto that we have used for years is, our mission is to help you turn your business dreams into your business realities. And with that, isn't it time we talked? I want to thank you for joining me today here at the Chimney and Fireplace Success Network. This is Jerry Isenhour of CVC Success Group, and we appreciate you listening to us as we deliver these messages, through our podcast and our other outreach. Let us know how we can help you. It's as simple as an email to us at info@cvcsuccessgroup.com. Look us up on the web and reach out and let us know which one of our coaches, if it's myself, Brandy Biswell, Cheryl Isenhour, Aaron Marcus, our trainers, Bob Ferrari, Tim Reed, Bob Ferrari, Trent Simmons, and others, and how we can help you move your company to that elusive dream that you had the day you started. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on the next edition of the Chimney and Fireplace Success Network.
Thanks for joining us here each week at the Chimney and Fireplace Success Network, sponsored by CVC Coaching, providing you the coaching and educational outreach services you need to move to your dream destination in business and in life.